Hey everybody, welcome to Blabbin' About Slabbin', and today we have a very timely topic because just last night, Shohei Ohtani established the 50-50 club. So we're seeing a lot of high-end sales of Shohei Ohtani, but today we're going to talk about some lesser expensive Ohtanis.
Yeah, so due to some, we'll call it increased marital pressure that Jeff and I have been feeling over the last couple of weeks or so, we decided it might be a good time to turn our attention to some lower end Shohei Ohtani cards. So what we're going to talk about in this video is 10 cards we really like that are currently, and I say currently because Jeff, the market is changing almost hourly. So as of recording here on September 20th, these cards are all available and they're under $100.
When we were putting together our list, Chris, we were surprised that some cards we wanted to put on the list no longer qualified.
Yeah, Ohtani prices are nutty for sure, and honestly, it's warranted at this point. But a couple cards we wanted to put on this list but can't are his Chrome rookie debut. We figured a PSA 10, of a base card that isn't even the real rookie would be under $100. No, it's over $200. The update pink in a raw is over $200. The complete set Chrome variation that has that really cool hitting image, but it's buried in that retail set. I wish that was US one. That's like several $100s now. And there's even like that Bowman Chrome Sterling card where there's a picture of him pitching and batting, but it's like Bowman Sterling and you can see it everywhere. That's blown past our limits here. So we were very surprised. This was a fun exercise to look for Shohei Ohtani cards under $100.
But we did find some good ones, and let's kick it off.
All right, so one of the things Jeff and I love here at number 10, we love Gold Cup cards. Second year cards. Topps has been putting that Gold Cup on there since like the early 1960s, I think is when they started. So let's kick it off with number 10 is the 2019 Topps Flagship Shohei Ohtani. We like his gold parallel. So these are numbered at a 2019. They're always numbered to the year. Topps has done gold parallels since 1992. It's the longest running flagship parallel. And this is a hitting image with a full color parallel. The last year, Topps did all gold or all black on their cards. And this is just a really cool looking Shohei Ohtani card and extremely affordable. Last we looked, Jeff, these were under $50.
Yeah, the gold, as Chris mentioned, has a nice history. And also the combination of the gold with the Gold Cup is perfect.
Yes.
All right, so next we're going to look at a Stadium Club Chrome card. And if you know us, you know this probably is not the first time or the last time Stadium Club is going to show up on this list. But the number 9 we've got is 2021 Stadium Club Chrome refractor. It's a 1991 Stadium Club variation, I guess. Is that what it's called, Chris?
Yep. Design variation, sure.
But it's one of my favorite Shohei images ever put on cardboard. You could tell he's probably just struck somebody out, maybe won a game. But it's one of my favorite images of him on the mound and one of my favorite images of him all around. It shows his grit and determination and the energy he puts in.
Yeah, we both love this. The image on this card, like Jeff described, is awesome. We were trying to find like a cool parallel that stayed under $100, and it's extremely difficult. The 91 variation is it's cool. It's got a nice nostalgia feel to it as well. It's from the first year Stadium Club design. This is just a great looking card. A lot of eye appeal on this, and the intensity is great. Okay. All right, so at number 8, we're going to combine a couple cards here. We're going to cheat it a little bit just because we like to talk about more Ohtani cards, but blue refractors. At this point, with what he's done, golds are pretty much out the window in any Chrome set, but the blues still look great. And there are some really good Ohtani images that look especially good with blues. So his 2020 Topps Chrome and his 2019 Bowman Chrome are both really great looking sets with cool images and in blue refractors numbered out of 150. We like these cards a lot.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. You got a couple more hitting images. The design of these cards, especially that 2019 Bowman set, I love the design of that, and it looks great in blue. It juxtaposes against his Angels uniform very nicely. So I know a lot of times we talk about the color match, but sometimes the blue really makes the other colors stand out, and I think that's the case with these ones.
Yes, and Topps Chrome, Bowman Chrome, there have been blue refractors for a long, long time. So there's a lot of history there too, which we do think is important, especially as parallels explode.
Yeah.
But yeah, take a look at these two cards. For now, they're under $100. I don't know. By the time I edit this, Jeff,
You're right. They might not be.
things could be different.
As Chris said, the market's always changing. From there, we're going to jump to a parallel that's sadly no longer in use. It's the atomic parallel, which was a huge part of the Bowman's Best sets, and specifically for Ohtani, the 2019 Bowman's Best atomic refractor. It's a really cool image of him swinging. It's on the follow through. And like all atomics, Chris, these are extremely shiny and colorful.
Oh yeah, yeah. These are cards that, like, the photo we put up here won't do it justice. You got to have it in your hand and kind of just move it around in the light. I will say, Jeff, and agree or disagree with me here, but it seems like for Otani's rookies around all these products, there's a lot of pitching images, and maybe Topps heard people complaining, because in 2019 we got a lot of cool hitting images, and this Bowman's Best card with the follow through is just a tremendous looking card.
Yeah, I can't imagine that the Topps actually listened to the collectors, but maybe they did in 2019. As you're saying, there were a lot more hitting images, and that's what people wanted. So it's a great chance for us to pick up some second-year cards of Ohtani without breaking the bank that have really cool pictures on.
All right, number 6. We wanted to make sure we got at least one cool-looking Ohtani as a Dodger card on here. The one we're going to go with is the 2024 Topps Heritage Refractor. So these are numbered out of 575. Kind of a cool image, but the big thing is the design. 2024 Heritage uses that 75 Topps design, and man, so much color on these cards, Jeff.
So much color. I love that 75 Topps design. We knew that we'd see some great color schemes, and this one doesn't disappoint. It's he's got the orangish red on the top and the yellow on the bottom. And it's him on base. So not the best shot maybe of him, but at least it's a real picture of him in a Dodgers uniform.
Yes. And there are other Heritage refractors. There's a purple refractor. There's a silver refractor. But the silver refractor, the purple one's more common, and the silver one, despite being lower numbered, appears to sell for less. It really takes the color out of the card.
It does. It completely takes away that 75 design. And I think a lot of people that are going after these 75 cards are going after it for that design. So yeah, you're right. I think silver's to 375, but it doesn't sell as well as these regular refractors.
Yeah, if you can snag one of those chrome refractors right now, I think last we looked, there were a few available. We tried to make sure there's at least a couple copies of every one of these cards currently available.
Under $100.
Under $100.
Great. So from there, we actually are in our top 5, and we found a rookie that fits the bill. A chrome rookie, no less. It's his 2018 finest, and it's another hitting image. The background's a little crazy, very sort of 1990s geometry background on the finest, but it is a rookie, and it is him hitting, and it's under $100.
Yeah, this design always makes me think, and this is going to date us, but that's okay. The background of these finest cards makes me think of the opening credits to Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell, absolutely.
Like, it really has that feel to it. But yeah, like Jeff said, there are so few Ohtani rookies that qualify at under $100, especially if you want a chrome one. And this is a hitting image too. So honestly, this is probably just a matter of time before this creeps closer and closer and closer to $100. The refractors don't qualify, but the base card sure does. And it's not super mass printed. And by the way, we're talking raw cards. So if you can find a nice raw finest hitting image here, I think it's a great card. Okay, at number 4, we're going back to 2019 Topps Flagship. Ohtani has an SP in there, and it's called Bat on Shoulder. It looks like he's at the plate, maybe in between pitches, and he's got his really big-ass batting gloves that he wears. But this is a cool card, and it seems, based on the PSA numbers, it seems like there might be slightly fewer of these than there are of the Gold Cup Acuna or the Soto SPs. So right now, raw, this card is under $100. Again, we can't guarantee it stays that way. It may go down, honestly. Who knows? But this is a really great looking second-year card. Gold Cup again. A lot to like.
Yeah, it's really cool. We've talked before about how we like pictures of guys looking like they're getting ready to go to battle. And we've talked about that with Judge and some of his better SSPs. And this is a similar thing. He's looking intently out at the mound. He's getting ready to bat. It's a cool image for not having a lot of motion in it. It's especially cool. And I love the Gold Cup, as we've talked about before. So yeah, you can't beat this.
Yes. And teaser, that's not the last Gold Cup card we're going to see on this list, Jeff.
Ooh, all right. We've seen a couple already.
Yep.
Number 3, we've got a lot of motion in a card. This is his 2021 Topps SP, and it is one of the best images we've seen of Shohei Ohtani. He's in the batting cage. He's about to make contact with the ball. The ball looks like it's going to go about 450 feet, and it's just perfect. It's a great card.
Yes, this is an amazing card. If this were an SSP, this might be like $1,000 card. It's such a great image. But in this particular case, I think we lucked out that it's an SP, so there are more options out there. There's quite a few sitting on eBay right now. The raws are under $100 for now. But when we get down to just his best images, best looking card, like Jeff said, this is fantastic.
Head down on the ball. It's just, yeah, it's a great action photo. Kudos to the photographer on this one.
Yeah. Okay, top 2. Here
we go.
Top 2. If you know us, you can probably guess what number 1 is going to be. But number 2, our last Gold Cup of the countdown, and we're going back to Heritage. So this is his 2019 Topps Heritage Action Variation. And this card is awesome. Like, this is just an incredible looking card. I couldn't believe this was still under $100. In fact, before we recorded, Jeff and I were looking to see if there was one we could just snatch up real quick right after we did this. But this is just a fantastic looking card, Jeff.
It's a great looking card. And as you know, Heritage puts the giant Gold Cup trophy on there, which is extra cool. It's got so the trophies, the hitter's going through his follow through, and just like on the card, Ohtani he's watching a towering blast, it appears. And yeah, 2019 second year card, can't beat it. All right, that brings us to number 1. And for anybody who's watched us for any length of time, this should not be a surprise what our number 1 Shohei Ohtani card under $100 is. And we're going back to Stadium Club. This is Stadium Club Chrome from 2020. And this is our favorite picture of Shohei Ohtani on a baseball card. It's a perfect spot for an autograph. He's about ready to uncoil on this ball, and it looks great even without the auto, I gotta say.
Yeah. This card is just absolute perfection. I had hoped that there'd be a parallel that we could get for under $100, but there is not. Even the refractor, which looks great, I think that's up over 200 at this point. But these cards are not, like we said about the finest rookie. This isn't like a typical base card where there's 10s, 20, 30,000 of these cards. Like Stadium Club Chrome in 2020 was their first year, and there aren't that many of this card.
What are they going for, Chris? 50, I think I saw.
Yeah, I think the buy it nows are around 50.
Yeah,
which is it's crazy for a base card. But Jeff and I it took us 7 boxes of this product before we pulled one, because that checklist is big, and you get about 80 cards in a box, and I think there's 300 or 400 cards on the checklist. So your odds aren't great. And again, it took us 7 boxes to pull one, and it was probably the most excited we've ever been about pulling a base card.
Pulling a base card, yeah, absolutely. So there you have it. There are our top 10 Ohtani, 11 if you count the 2 blues, that you can still get as of this recording on September 20th, 2024 for under $100. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Let us know if you have any of these, if you have any suggestions that we add to the list. All right, thanks everybody for joining us, and please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't, and join us next Thursday night for Blabbin' About Slabbin' Live. We'll see you soon.